Does it seem a bad idea for you to release a feeling overwhelmed? When changes happen, like end of relationship, end of marriage, specifically at that time, the big changes, the feeling of overwhelm comes even stronger, or could come even stronger. So we are going to use some of emotional release to address this and for you to see how you could feel if you calm down your system rather than feeling under the pressure like a pressure cooker, because overwhelm could look like that you are not able to cope, and it seems like it's too many things to do and too little time, and all it's a bit too much. And also it could feel like it's pushing you like towards the edge, like a big wave that could come over you instead of you being on the top of it and managing it. So, and all of that feels scary, or could feel scary. So we're going to deal with the belief of, and all of that brings, of feeling overwhelmed in a gentle way, so that you could really experience or explore that it's possible for you to release and calm that pressure of the overwhelm, and that allows you to feel more calmer and clearer. So this is based on the emotional release Sedona method by Hale Dwosky, and I have been using it for myself and others for over 20 years. So let's start. I will basically ask you questions, and that would be mainly, could you welcome it, would you welcome it, and when? And you just silently answer yes or no, you follow as best you can. That's good enough. So first thing is to take a deep breath and exhale gently. This is the reason we are doing the deep breathing and relaxing, is to really be more present in the body. And so could you just again take another deep breath and exhale gently, allowing yourself to relax as best you can and your mind to stay alert. Could you now for a moment just allow yourself to stop and simply be what you are? Again, could you just allow yourself to stop and simply be? And notice you don't have to do anything in order to be what you already are. And just third time, could you allow yourself to simply pause or stop and be what you are? And could you allow yourself to welcome the feeling of overwhelm? But before we start, let's measure it. So on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, pick up the number. How much pressure do you feel inside? What would be the number? Just check. What is your number? And silently answer for yourself. And now, could you allow yourself to welcome that sense, that number, and the story of feeling overwhelmed, and the belief of feeling overwhelmed, with all the picture, sensations, sounds, just allowing to be as it is, no more nor less, just as it is. Could you just allow yourself to welcome it, what appears to be happening? And would you allow yourself to welcome what appears to be happening? And when, if now, just take a deep breath. And could you also welcome the sense that you feel out of control with all of these demands and tasks and emotions? feels all. So could you welcome that sense that you feel out of control and wanting control. Wanting in this case means you are lacking, L-A-C-K, lacking control. So could you welcome that sense of wanting control and allow it to be as it is with all the pictures, sensations, sounds, stories. And then could you release the wanting of control so that you can have control? We are not releasing the control itself, we are releasing a sense of lacking it and relaxing into that sense of having it. So, because you can't sit down and stand up at the same time, you can't want and have at the same time. They're different vibration and different feelings. So just for experimenting, could you welcome more of that sense of wanting control, sense of lacking control, and allow it to be as it is, no more, no less, just as it is. And could you allow yourself to release the wanting of control so that you can relax into having control and being in control? And could you now just will do two things. One is to address, could you welcome more any remaining wanting control? And could you let go of wanting control, as well as could you allow yourself to release or let it unravel the sense of wanting to be controlled by the belief of overwhelm? And could you also notice, as best you can, what's beyond wanting control and wanting to be controlled? Could you just notice what's beyond both polarities? What is as it is, just notice it as best you can. And could you now allow yourself to open up to a possibility, just a little, to notice how it is to have control or be in control. Just check. Doesn't matter how, meaning whatever it is there and whatever is present, just allow it to be as it is. And if you have like a wanting control still present, stronger than having control, just welcome that too. And could you allow yourself to dive like a bubble into the point, into that bubble of wanting control, to the point of creation, and then touch deeper than that? And could you surrender it all with the light of love and let it dissipate? Wanting control so that you can have control and be in control. And just for now, as you're sitting down or even if you're moving, could you allow your body to relax? Allow yourself to open up to the sense of having control and your beingness being in control, just as best you can. Could you allow that to be present as much as it is? And again, could you just allow yourself to relax a little bit more into that sense, exploring it of having control and being in control? And could you just let go as best you can the way you feel? And could you welcome the sense of scarcity, feeling insecure and unsafe? And could you just allow the picture, sensation, and sounds of feeling unsafe and insecure to be present as they are? And as best you can, just for now, could you release that wanting safety, meaning you are lacking it, versus having safety? So could you release of that sense of wanting safety, feeling insecure and unsafe? Just to see what happened. And again, could you welcome any remaining wanting safety, feeling insecure and unsafe, and allow it to be as it is? And could you release that wanting safety and wanting safety so that you can have safety? And could you again just allow yourself to dive into the bubble? Imagine like a bubble, diving into the bubble of wanting safety and having safety. Sorry, wanting safety, not having, just wanting safety to the point of creation. And then a touch deeper than that. And could you just surrender it all with the light of love and release it as best you can, just for now, that wanting safety so that you can have it. And could you now open up as much as you are open to having safety and being safe? And again, just allow yourself to open to having safety and being saved as best you can, as much as you are. And could you allow yourself to welcome a sense of your judgments and criticism and the disapproval of overwhelm, disapproval of yourself, how you deal with it, disapproval of, could you just welcome the disapproval of yourself, of the overwhelm, of how you feel about it, of all being too, of the belief. And as best you can, just for experiment, could you just let go of disapproving of it, just for now, just to see what happens? I do yawn sometimes when these releases happen, that's spontaneous. Could you welcome again that sense of, could you just for now again release even more just disapproving of yourself when you're overwhelmed and the belief and how you deal with it? And could you just for now let go of disapproving and resisting this, the judge, the critic inside of you? And could you just for now, just because you can, no other reason, give all of it some love and approval? And again, just because you can, could you give your old concept and belief of overwhelm some love and approval? Could you give yourself feeling of feeling insecure and unsafe some love and approval? Could you give yourself some love and approval to your critic and judge, as well as to your kindness and to your love, just as it is? And could you just for now allow yourself to open up to possibility that one step at a time, one little task, one little step is enough and approved? Could you just allow to have one progress, one little task, one little step at a time to be enough? Could you open to that possibility? Could you open to a possibility to just make everything in maximum 3 steps, 1 to 3 steps, and one step at a time of all these 3 steps is enough? Could you welcome of being enough, or your progress being enough, you dealing with the task being enough, you being enough, just as best you can, and just because you can? Could you give it all that love and approval? Could you allow yourself to open up to simplicity of one little task, one little step at a time? Could you just allow yourself to let go and allow yourself to relax in simply being what you are? And again, just let go and simply be what you are. And once more, could you just let go and just be what you are. And you can listen to this recording again and again. It will take you deeper. And thank you for listening. Bye for now.